lack of material possessions can make you very unhappy.
Yes.
So being poor can make you unhappy, but being rich is not going to make you happy. And what happens, unfortunately, a lot of people struggle through their whole lives to make money. They make some, they're exhausted, and then they're like, well, now why am I not happy? I guess I'm just not a happy person, and smart people aren't happy. That's like a great little way to people feel better about it. They say, well, if you're smart, you're not happy, right?
Let's talk more standards, shall we? You are worth whatever the fuck you want, okay? You set those. You get to set your price. You know what you bring to the table, you know what you're worth. And for anyone to come and tell you that you're wrong for that, fuck them. There's someone out there that is willing to do everything that you need/want without fucking complaining. And I don't know about you, but I'm willing to wait for that shit forever. But with high standards comes high responsibility. I'm talking, you better be doing the same shit for that other person. This isn't a one-way street. And a great relationship is made up of two people who know what they want, they're not willing to settle, and they expect the same amount of respect in return. Two strong individuals who are willing to walk away from something that does not make them happy anymore. When things get off balance, that's when you start seeing issues. So if you got high standards, you better keep those. But it also means that you better be giving those same standards out. A great relationship is hard fucking work, but it's so worth it. Keep your standards high, baby.
Learning how to be with a partner in the good times is really important, but learning how you both show up in the bad times is necessary for a lifelong relationship.
It's easy to be positive in the good times. It's hard to be positive during chaos.
Intimacy is quite the process, but there's nothing else in the world that can open up your heart like giving it to someone else and allowing them to hold on to it for a little while.
5 hard truths only a true friend would tell you. Sometimes doing what's best for you doesn't feel like the best for you. Healthy relationships don't make you question your worth. Don't spend another year doing the same thing. Stop being impressed by the bare minimum. Some people only come into your life to show you what love isn't.
Do you find it hard to be consistent? Here's a reason why, and one way to break the cycle. When we set a goal, our attention immediately shifts to the outcome rather than the process. We focus our efforts on achieving the goal, choosing actions we believe will get us there fast, but this is a trap. After the initial burst of motivation, we realize we haven't achieved our goal, we've had little reward, and things are just hard. We are firmly in the dip. Quitting is the obvious choice. So what can we do? Focus on mini goals based on process over outcome. Read for 5 minutes a day rather than 100 books this year. Take a photo or video each day rather than hitting a follow.
Sometimes the most powerful and destructive distractions are actually up here in your mind. So what you want to do is keep a notebook or use the notes function in your phone to keep a distraction list. When you start to focus on a task, the moment you notice yourself becoming distracted by a thought, a feeling, a memory, immediately write it down. Then, bring your attention back to what you were doing. Importantly, by getting them out of your head and onto paper or in your phone, you actually will find you'll have more mental clarity to stay focused on what you're doing.
I need you to hear me out on this one. I want to remind somebody that the opposite of winning is giving up. The opposite of winning is giving up. For as long as you are still fighting, you have not lost. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down, and it may feel like you are losing because you're getting knocked down, but as long as you are getting up, the fight is still on. Listen, the enemy's main goal is to take you out and make sure that you don't get up. So you gotta understand how frustrating it is when you keep getting up.
You don't have to struggle alone. A lot of people want to because they don't want to be an inconvenience to others. And I definitely think that that was a case for me. But if you open up, chances are someone can relate to you and give you advice and tell you all the reasons you are incredibly beautiful, whether or not you think so yourself.